Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for tuning in. I'm Daniela, an English teacher, a pronunciation nerd and coach, and a foreign language and culture lover. Today's video is actually inspired by one of my subscribers who requested that I record reading several different sentences and discuss how to pronounce them. I thought this was a great idea, and today I chose for you a unique paragraph. It's unique because it contains most of the phonemes in American English, and it's used to evaluate different accents and ways of pronunciation. This text is used in the Speech Accent Archive from George Mason University. I'll put the link in the description box below, which is a large database of recordings of native and non-native English speakers from all over the world reading the same text. You can browse these recordings and compare different accents, and you can also expand the database by donating a recording of your own speech.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the...
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things.
Let's first read the text. Then I'll discuss different vowels, consonants, word stress, and connected speech that might be tricky for someone whose first language is not English. And we will do another practice at the end. Okay, let's get into it. Ready? Here we go. Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for Brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station. As I said, this short text is packed with most sounds that you can hear in American English. Let's start with the first sentence. Please call Stella. At first glance, it seems so easy and simple, right? But what can be tricky here and make your pronunciation a little less clear is if you mispronounce the vowel E and the last consonant Z in the word please, the consonant K, the vowel A, and the final L in call, and the consonant cluster ST, and the L in the female name Stella. Some Spanish speakers might even add an extra E before the st consonant cluster in Stella. Wow, that seems a lot for 3 simple words, right? Let's look at these phonemes now. The word please starts with the voiceless consonant P, so make sure not to activate your vocal cords too early. The vowel E here is the tense E, which is a little longer and produced slightly higher in your mouth than the shorter and more relaxed I that comes in the word sit, for example. That is, your tongue needs to be closer to the upper palate. E, E. The final consonant in the word is voiced. That is, it sounds like Z, even though it's spelled with an S. Let's move on to the next word, call. When K comes in the beginning of a word or syllable, it's aspirated, meaning that we need to puff a little air after we say it. Call, call. Otherwise, to native speakers, it can sound like the voiced consonant G. Then we have the vowel A as in father, call. In some states, however, you can hear the rounded version of the vowel A. Aw, call. The last consonant, L, can be a bit tricky as well because many languages have only one L, which is too soft. But here we need the dark L, L. That is, when L appears at the end of the word or syllable, in English it has a slightly different quality from the L that comes in the beginning of a word or syllable. If you make it too soft, the listener might confuse it with an R. Here's the difference between call and call. You want the second version where you touch only the tip of the tongue behind the upper teeth, but the rest of the tongue should stay down. Some people don't even touch the tongue to the teeth. They just pull it slightly backwards. If you're from Brazil, however, I'd recommend that you touch the tip of your tongue to the upper teeth and make sure not to round your lips. Otherwise, the L can sound like W. Let's move on to Stella. The cluster st can be challenging to some speakers, but make sure not to add any vowel before it. It's Stella and not Estella. Then we have E and the single L sound. It's not Stella, but Stella, even though it's spelled with a double L. Polish and Italian speakers, that's for you. Okay, let's move on to the second line. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. The first vowel in the word ask is A as in cat, followed by the consonant cluster sk. If you're a Spanish speaker or if your native language doesn't have consonant clusters like some of the Asian languages, for example, make sure not to drop one of the consonants. We have two appearances of the pronoun her in this line. Both are unstressed with the vowel reduced to an R-colored schwa. When you connect the two words ask and her, you can drop the h sound in the pronoun her, ask her. You don't have to. Saying ask her is perfectly okay, but many native speakers would drop the h in connected speech. You can do the same with the first sound in the pronouns him and them. Ask him, ask him. Actually, ask him and ask them sound the same way if you connect them and drop the first sound, so the meaning is understood from the context. But this was just a side note. Ask her to. The t in to can be a flat T. A flat T comes between two vowels, but also after an R and before a vowel. The flat T sounds like a very fast D or R. In this case, we can say ask her to or ask her to. Ask her to bring. In the word bring, we have two challenging sounds. The American R, 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 and not the rolled R many languages have, and the sound at the end. Notice that it's not bring or brink, but bring. To produce the you need to raise the back of your tongue up and almost block the air without releasing it. Again, bring, bring. In these, we have the voiced TH sound, followed by the tense E. So it's not this, but these. Many people think that the difference between the tense and lax E is only in the length, but the quality of the vowel is different as well. For the tense E in these, the tongue is a little higher, very close to the upper palate, but of course not touching it, otherwise we're going to block the air. Then we have the voiced Z sound, these. It's spelled with an S, but don't let the spelling trick you. These things. Here we have to connect the Z to the TH sound. Z. These things. In the word things, we have the lax I, things, and not things. And then the NG sound at the end. Remember, to produce the NG sound, you raise the back of your tongue, block the air, and don't release it through the mouth, but through the nose. Then you produce the voiced consonant Z. Things, things. With her from the store. In the word with, we start with a W sound. Some people tend to swap it with the V sound because they don't have the W in their native languages. So be careful. Then we have the lax I, followed by either the voiced or the voiceless TH sound. In this particular word, I've heard both, so whatever you choose, with or with. Then we have the second and also unstressed appearance of the pronoun her. Whither. From is pronounced with a cup sound, a, and not with o. It's not from, but from. However, the vowel can be reduced to a schwa in connected speech. The cup sound and the schwa are similar, but the difference is that the schwa is a little more closed vowel and is unstressed, while the cup sound is a bit more open and it's stressed. From the store. If you're a Spanish speaker, make sure not to add a vowel before the word store because the st consonant cluster might be challenging. Okay, let's go on. Next, we have a whole list of items Stella needs to bring. First, we have 6 spoons of fresh snow peas. The last phoneme in the word 6 is s, as the X is pronounced x. And because the first sound in spoons is the same, we can link the words. This means that I'll elongate the s a bit without stopping after 6. 6 spoons and not 6 spoons. Then we reduce the off to of and link it to the next word, fresh. Although the preposition off is spelled with an F, it's often pronounced with the V, of. But the next word, fresh, starts with an F, so we can link of and fresh by keeping the same sound. Afresh, afresh. The next word is snow. If you're a Brazilian Portuguese speaker, make sure not to voice the first phoneme, s. It's a voiceless consonant, so the word is snow and not snow. The O is also hard for many people. We need to drop the jaw and round the lips for O and slowly close the lips while keeping the voice on. O. Make sure not to say O. The difference is not just in the length of the sound, but in the quality as well. Snow and not snow. Peas. When the voiceless top consonant P comes in the beginning of a word or stressed syllable, we aspirate it. This means that we put a little bit of air after it. P, P. If we don't do that, it can sound like the voice B to Americans and they might misunderstand the word. We follow the P with a tense E sound and end the word with the voiced consonant Z, even though it's spelled with an S. If we say peace, that's a different word. And the whole phrase one more time. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas. 5 thick slabs of blue cheese. In 5, we have the diphthong I, followed by the voiced fricative V. This final V in 5 has to blend with the voiceless TH sound in the beginning of the next word, thick. 5 thick. This transition sounds like v, v, 5 thick. In the word thick, we have the lax I, as in the words sit and ship. Slabs. Here we have the vowel A as in cat. It's not slubs, but slabs. And we connect slabs with a preposition of and make it sound like one word, slabs of. Note that we reduce the vowel in of to a schwa. So it's not a or o, but a. And we voice the consonant f to v. Of becomes of. And as I said, it blends with the previous word, slabs of. The next 2 words, blue and cheese, have 2 high tense vowels, u and e respectively. Blue cheese. And the whole line, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese. Let's move on. And maybe a snack for our brother Bob. And as in stress, with the vowel reduced to a schwa and dropped d at the end. N. And it's blended with the next word that starts with m. And maybe. Then we have a schwa and the word snack, in which we have a as in cat. A snack. We can reduce for to fur with an R color schwa. Then we have the pronoun her. For and her are not stressed because they're function words which only serve grammatical purposes. And again, because her is not stressed, we reduce the vowel to an R color schwa. Her brother. In the word brother, there is a cup sound. Ah. It's not brother, but brother. And in the name Bob, we have the vowel as in father, which is a little elongated. Bob, not Bob. And the whole line sounds like, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake. We also. I link these two words by inserting a y sound between them. This happens when a word ends on a tense E sound, like we in this case, and the next word starts with a vowel. We also. Nita. Here we blend the verb need with the article a, which we reduce to a schwa. And then we stress on the next three words because all three are content words. That is, words that carry important information like nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Small plastic snake. We have two adjectives and a noun. Note that although all three words have an A in their written form, all three A's are pronounced differently. In small, we have a vowel A as in father. In plastic, as in cat, and in snake, the diphthong A. Small plastic snake. We also need a small plastic snake. Let's see what's coming next. And a big toy frog for the kids. Again, in and, we can drop the final d and blend n with the article a, which we reduce to a schwa. And a. In big, we have the lax I sound. Big. Toy frog. Here we have something very interesting. At the first glance, we have two nouns. But actually, the first noun, toy, serves as an adjective to the second noun, frog. It describes the frog. It's not a real frog, but a toy frog. In this case, we stress on the adjective toy a little more than on frog. Toy frog and not toy frog or toy frog. Again, toy frog. But know that we still want to keep the pure quality of the vowel in the word frog, even though the word is less stressed than the word toy. We don't reduce the vowel to a schwa, so it's not toy frog, but toy frog, with the vowel a as in father. The next two function words, for and the, are reduced, and the following content word, kids, is stressed. For becomes fur, and the is the very short the, for the kids. And a big toy frog for the kids. Let's go to the next line. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags. We have the tense E vowel in she, these, and 3. We have the tense U vowel in scoop. We have a lax I in things and the first syllable of into. We have E in red, as in cat in bags, and the schwa in can. Wow, a lot of different vowels here, huh? When it comes to the consonants in these, things, and bags, the last sound is the voiced z, although it's spelled with an s. And again, the whole line. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags. Notice how I'm always stressing on the content words. Okay, let's go to the last line. And we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station. We will. Here we have a tense E and a lax I. We will. Then we have a diphthong O in go. Make sure not to cut the vowel. It's go and not go. Meter. Again, tense E in meet. To link these two words, we have 2 options. The first one is to say it the way we see it, keeping the pure quality of the t and h sounds. Meet her. The second option is to drop the h in her, as it often happens with the first consonant in the pronouns him, her, and them. If we do that, then we're left with a t sound between 2 vowels. And what can we do with a t between 2 vowels? That's right, we can pronounce it as a flap T. Meter. Wednesday. There is no d in the first syllable wens. Wednesday. At the. we can blend these two words together. The t and v sounds are pronounced with the tongue being almost in the same place in the mouth. You can prepare for the v sound by placing the tongue a little bit forward and not pressing too hard for the t. Don't release the air after the t. It's a healthy the. At and the are also unstressed because they're function words. That's why we reduce the vowels in both words to a schwa. The. Train station. We have the same diphthong, a, in both words. The first sound in the word train is pronounced as something between the t and ch, as in the word choice. This is common when we have a tr combination in the same syllable. Train versus terrain. Do you hear the difference? Let's say the whole line, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station. Okay, now let's read the whole text one more time using all the sounds and connected speech I discussed. Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags, and we'll go meet her Wednesday at the train station. Okay guys, I know this was a lot, but the good news is that this small paragraph is packed with almost all sounds that you will encounter in English. Going over it and analyzing it several times will tremendously help you with your pronunciation and listening skills. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It'll help me grow and create more valuable content for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.